Welcome to Grimscare. Let's get started. The box arrived without a sender. It sat at the edge of the shrine's offering hall, half hidden beneath a layer of dust so fine it seemed untouched for decades. Yet the priest swore it had not been there the night before. No footsteps marked the stone floor. No doors had creaked open. It was simply there. A small thing, no larger than a child's lunchbox. Dark wood, swollen with age, its surface etched with shallow carvings that twisted in uneven lines, almost like writing, but not quite. The characters bent in ways that made the eyes ache if stared at too long. Masato was the first to touch it. "You shouldn't," the old priest murmured, his voice brittle. "Some things are placed where they are for a reason." Masato smiled faintly, brushing off the warning. "It's just a box, probably left by someone during the festival." But even as he said it, his fingers hesitated on the lid. It was warm. Not like wood warmed by sunlight. This was different, subtle, almost organic, like something beneath the surface was breathing. He pulled his hand back. "See?" the priest said quietly. "It does not belong here." Masato frowned, unsettled now, but curiosity gnawed deeper than fear. "We can't just leave it. What if it's important?" The priest did not answer. His gaze had fixed on the carvings. His lips moved silently, as if tracing meanings he could not quite grasp, or did not want to. That night, the box was moved into the storage room. No one admitted to moving it. Masato began to dream. At first, it was nothing more than fragments, shadows shifting behind paper screens, a faint scratching sound like nails against wood. But the dreams grew sharper, heavier. He began to feel them. The room was always the same, dark, narrow, suffocating. He would find himself kneeling before the box, though it was larger now, large enough to fill the entire space. Its carvings pulsed faintly, as if alive. From within came a sound, soft, wet, breathing. No, not breathing, whispering. He leaned closer each time, unable to stop himself. The whispers were layered, overlapping voices, too many, too small, speaking in tones that made his skin crawl. "Open. Let us out. It's so tight. Why is it so dark?" Masato would wake drenched in sweat, the echo of those voices lingering in his ears long after the dream dissolved. The first death was dismissed as coincidence. A young woman from the village, healthy, cheerful, collapsed in her home. No wound, no illness, just a sudden, silent end. The doctor could not explain it. Then another, and another, each death quiet, unremarkable, bodies that simply stopped. But Masato noticed something the others did not. Every time someone died, the box grew heavier. It was subtle, almost imperceptible, but he felt it when he passed by the storage room, an invisible weight pressing down on his chest, forcing his breath shallow. One evening, unable to resist any longer to check the box, he entered storage room. The air inside felt unusual, thick, damp. It clung to his skin, crawling into his lungs. The box sat in the center of the room, exactly where it had been left, but the carvings had changed. They were deeper now, sharper, and unmistakably faces. Tiny, distorted faces pressed into the wood from beneath, as if something inside was trying to push its way out. Their mouths opened and closed in silent screams. Masato staggered back, bile rising in his throat. "This isn't real," he whispered. The box answered. A faint knock. From the inside. He froze. Another knock followed, then many, rapid and frantic, like dozens of tiny hands beating against the lid. "Let us out." The voices were clearer now, not in his dreams, not in his mind. In the room, in the air, Masato's hand moved on its own, reaching for the latch. His thoughts screamed for him to stop, but they felt distant, muffled as if submerged underwater. The metal clasp was rusted. It broke easily. The lid creaked open. Inside, there was no space. It should have been hollow, empty, but instead it was filled, packed tight with something that shifted and writhed in ways that defied shape or logic. A mass of pale, tangled forms, limbs too small, fingers too many, faces, so many faces, childlike but wrong. Their eyes were too wide, their mouths stretching far beyond what flesh should allow. They turned toward him in unison, their expressions splitting into something like relief. Finally, the thing surged upward, not out of the box, but through it, as if the wood were nothing more than a suggestion. It spilled into the room like a living shadow, brushing against Masato's skin, cold, hungry. He tried to scream, but something slid into his mouth, thin, probing, silencing him. The faces pressed close, their whispers overlapping into a deafening chorus. "We were kept. We were fed. Now we are free." Masato's body collapsed, but he did not feel it hit the floor. He was already elsewhere, inside, pressed tight against the others. The lid slammed shut. Box was found the next morning, resting once more at the edge of the shrine's offering hall. No dust touched it now. Its carvings were fresh, deep, and unmistakable. Rows upon rows of tiny, screaming faces etched into the wood. The priest stood before it, trembling. He did not touch it. But as he turned to leave, a soft sound followed him, a faint, desperate knocking from inside, waiting for the next curious hand. Late at night, when the world felt thin and quiet, Akihito sat alone in his room, the glow of his monitor flickering across the walls. He had been scrolling through obscure forums, the kind that only insomniacs and thrill-seekers dared to explore, when he found it, a thread titled simply, "Do not open the Red Room." He smirked. Internet horror stories were nothing new. Urban legends dressed up as warnings, passed around to scare the gullible. Still, curiosity has a way of slipping past reason. He clicked. A black screen loaded. Nothing else. Then, suddenly, a small red door appeared in the center. It wasn't detailed, just a crude drawing, like something a child might sketch. Akihito leaned closer. His cursor hovered, hesitating for only a moment before he clicked. The screen went dark. Then a pop-up appeared. "Do you like the Red Room?" 2 options, yes or no. Akihito frowned. "What kind of question is that?" he muttered. He tried to move his cursor away, but it wouldn't budge. The arrow drifted on its own, slowly, deliberately toward yes. Click. Another pop-up. "Do you like the Red Room?" Again, and again, and again. Each time the question returned, faster now, stacking on top of itself. The screen filled with windows, overlapping, multiplying like a swarm. Akihito's pulse quickened. He pressed keys, tried to shut the browser, even reached for the power button, but nothing responded. Then the voice started. Soft at first, almost a whisper. "Do you like the Red Room?" Akihito froze. The voice wasn't coming from his speakers, it was behind him. He turned slowly. His room was empty. Door closed, window shut, nothing but shadows. The screen flickered violently now, the red door flashing between the pop-ups. The question grew louder, layered over itself, until it became a chorus. "Do you like the red room? Do you like the red room? Do you like the red room?" "Stop!" Akihito shouted. Silence. Every pop-up vanished at once. The screen went black again. For a moment, there was nothing. Then, white text appeared. "We know where you are." Akihito's throat tightened. A cold weight settled in his chest. More text. His blood ran cold. "We're coming." The monitor shut off. Complete darkness swallowed the room. Akihito sat there, barely breathing, listening. At first, nothing. Then, a faint creak. Not from the hallway, not from outside, from inside his room, behind him. He turned. In the corner where the shadows gathered thickest, a door. Small, red, exactly like the one on the screen. It hadn't been there before. The handle twitched. Akihito stumbled back, knocking over his chair. No, this isn't real. The door creaked open slowly, revealing nothing but darkness inside, a darkness deeper than the night around him. And from within, a voice whispered, clear as day,
"Do you like the red room?"
Akihito tried to scream, but the door opened wider and the darkness reached out. The next morning, Akihito's room was found empty. No signs of struggle, no trace of where he had gone, only his computer quietly humming. And on the screen, a single pop-up, waiting patiently. "Do you like the red room?"
Would you open the box or click the red room? Be honest and let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. All the support means a lot to me, and I appreciate it a lot. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.